There have been many poorly written applications.
Alright. Hey, what's up, Beast? Welcome to stream, my ninja. Today I'm doing alright. Just woke up. Eating some food right now. Playing some Genshin Impact. Getting ready for next month for Alhaitham's rerun. It's more of a chore than anything, but at least I'm playing. At least I'm streaming. It's good to see you, Beast. Great to see you too, Nick. Well, thank you, Beast. Glad you feel the same way. Birthday's in 2 weeks. Nice, man. I would say happy early birthday, but then that's really too early, so we'll just wait until like 2 weeks comes. Hopefully I'm streaming by then. I didn't read what she said. You'll be 17. Nice, man. I should be reading those blue words, but I'm not going to, because I am a mad lad. A mad lad who needs to adjust his microphone. There we go. Okay. Three. Report back to aligning. Can't teleport, I just have to go up the old-fashioned way. I have to ninja my way up. The main thing I'm excited for is I'm getting my first PC. Nice, man. Awesome. Glad to hear joining the PC club. Something you will not regret. Ever. I know I don't. Alright. Did you interrogate the miners? That's the first thing I read. 3 boats. But that's what they said. They said 3 boats. Oh, whatever. Continue. But yeah, Beast, let me ask you, will you be joining us during the Street Fighter 6 open beta this coming weekend? I'm also getting a statue of Legos. I'm getting a Lego statue of General Grievous, which I'm excited to build considering Grievous is my most favorite Star Wars character ever. Dude, that is awesome. General Grievous is such a cool character. I love him. Oh no, I can't see. But that's actually pretty sick. A General Grievous Lego statue, that is actually awesome. Alhaitham. Teleport. Boom. Alhaitham, you missed. That's fine. Let's just there we go. Let's do that instead. Yeah, this is hyper bloom him. Shinyan? That works too. Okay, that works too. Oh. There we go. Okay, now we're gonna bam. Knock you off your high horse. Okay. That took a lot longer than I'm thinking about installing the beta. Never really was big in Street Fighter. It's all good. Yeah, just give it a try. I mean, it's an open beta. You know, it's free. You know, there's also a demo if it's available right now if you want to give it a go before the beta happens. I'll tell you this. You know me. I was also never a big Street Fighter fan. You know, I don't play Street Fighter that often. I dabbled in Street Fighter 5, but I never stuck to it. But I'll tell you this. I tried out Street Fighter 6. Like, during the first two closed betas and the demo right now, I can say this. It could shape up to be one of the best fighting games out there. Like, right now, Tekken is coming in a hard competitor right now. Tekken 8 and Street Fighter 6 very well could be the best fighting games of our generation right now. It's that good. It feels that good to play. Really good. I saying what the Grievous statue looks like. All right, I'll check it out in a bit. But yeah, I mean, like, the fact that I don't even play that much Street Fighter. I've never even streamed it. I mean, maybe the closed beta, but besides that, anything before Street Fighter 6, I never even touched. Like, I never played Street Fighter seriously. I never played it competitively, anything like that. However, when Street Fighter 6 came, when I got to try Street Fighter 6, it felt so good. It felt so fun to play. I got super addicted. That's how good it is right now. It's just an objectively good fighting game. It doesn't even have a good ninja in the game right now. The ninja in this game is so bad. Like, Kimberly, man, I absolutely hate her. Like, I don't like her design. I don't like the fact that she's just a self-proclaimed ninja, meaning that she just said, hey guys, I'm a ninja, even though she really is not. But yet, she's my main. Like, after playing her and using her, she's my main, 100%. It's funny. For me, when there's a game that, like, there's things that I don't like about it, and yet it has gameplay and content that just make me go, wow. Then, you know, I know that I'm not being biased about it, and I know it's just an objectively good fighting game. Yeah, let me just finish up with these buggers. Went to Disney World a couple weeks ago. Nice. How was it? Did you have a good time? I'm sure you had a good time. Disneyland, it's known as the happiest place on earth. Ah, I'm short. Yeah, knock him off. And then, yeah. Oh, he just exploded. All right. Anyways, yeah, I'll check out that picture you sent right now. Yes. That is an awesome statue. Ah, that looks so good.
Wait.
General Grievous. Love General Grievous. I loved him ever since they introduced him to in the original Star Wars Clone Wars animation. Remember, guys, when I say Star Wars Clone Wars animation, I don't mean the CGI series. I meant like the original Star Wars Clone Wars, like hand-drawn animation where each episode was only like 5 minutes long. That was one of the best series that I've ever watched. Speed ahead. I had a lot of fun. I spent most of my time in Galaxy's Edge. Nice. I'm glad you had a good time. Supposed to have a good time. I also got a replica clone trooper helmet. It was 150 US dollars. Oof, that's a bit chuck and change. But the fact that it's a clone trooper helmet, that's awesome. I love the 2003 Star Wars. Yeah, the Clone Wars. Yeah, that was my favorite, especially when they first introduced General Grievous. When they first introduced General Grievous right there, that's when I loved him and feared him at the same time. That was an awesome last episode to season 1 of the Clone Wars series.
No, my sword. Time to act. Dissipate.
It honestly showed Grievous in his prime. Yeah, it showed Grievous before he got injured by what was it? Was it Mace Windu or Obi-Wan Kenobi? I think it was Mace Windu who injured him. I feel like it is, or I feel like it's Obi-Wan Kenobi. I completely forgot. Like yeah, if you could remember, yeah, but it's either Mace Windu or Obi-Wan Kenobi that injured General Grievous. That's why he coughed so much. You know, that a lot of people did not understand why he started coughing in like the first movie. Like they thought, oh, or in the movie, the Revenge of the Sith, it's like, what, is he old? It's like, no, it's because he got injured. Like lack of better words, he got injured grievously. Nick Nitro, shut up. Anyways, now this is a bit of a flex. I mean, it's not really my flex. It's more of like, hey, I know that guy kind of flex. Like, you know, like how people, they say they know like celebrities and things like that. Well, funny thing is this. So my artist, King Cobb, you know, I think I've posted his the link to his like Instagram like somewhere a couple of times. But anyways, so as you all know, well, actually, I don't think people know. People never really asked, and I never really talked about it. My artist, King Cobb, because he's a professional artist. Like, he actually, like, you know, does art for a living. He works for Lucasfilms. He actually works for them. Like, you know, like every day he's working on new stuff, new artwork, you know, new concept art. He works literally for Lucasfilms. And just recently, I think I forgot the name of the series. I think it's called hang on, let me just check it out.
I've never been interested in social interactions, and as you can see,
it was Mace Windu. Yeah, I knew it was
I'd say
one of the two. Mace Windu did. Yeah, Mace Windu crushed General Grievous's chest. That's why he's coughing and everything like that. You know, again, not very many people know that, because not very many people watched that the original Clone Wars animated series. Anyways, let me just go to King Cobb's Instagram. King Cobb's Instagram. Okay, so King Cobb. What's the series called? The series is called Young Jedi Adventures. Yeah. So the series just got released on Disney Plus. Yeah, it's on Disney Plus, and he's part of the designer team. Like, actually, if you go to the credits and go to designers, his name is there actually. And I was like, dude, man, I'm so proud of you, man. Like, you're literally on this. He's also part of Netflix. He's also part of yeah, Netflix and like that. I'm just a Star Wars nerd. I know a lot of things. I am too. I just forgot that one scene. Just because I forgot doesn't mean I'm not a nerd about it. I'll go as far as say I'm a super fan. Same here. Well, maybe not as much of a super fan as I think there are more others who are much more super fans than I am. Because I didn't read all the comics. I didn't read all the novels. I read some of them, but not all of them. Although I'm a huge fan of the games. I played almost every Star Wars game out there. Almost. But yeah. My artist, his name is there, and I was so proud of him, man. Like, he's come so far in life. Because I've grown up with him. And like literally since kindergarten, he's always been drawing. Always. And then, like, you know, got older, he kept up with the art, he kept getting better and better. And the funny thing is, I got in trouble at school because when we went to class together, we both actually had we made a deal. Because me, I was not good at it. I suck at drawing. Like, I can't even draw stick figures. And he was not, you know, he didn't like math. Like, he really did not like math. But me, I was very good at math. So what I did, he did all of my art homework, and I did all of his math homework. And we just shared it off there. And then so I got a high grade. I got one of the highest grades in art class, and he got one of the highest grades in math class. And then they found out it's because we were doing each other's homework, and, you know, we got in trouble for that. But, you know, it was that's how, you know, that's how we had a good relationship growing up. Star Wars will always hold something special in my heart. Always been my favorite series ever. Star Wars definitely is definitely a great series. I even, you know, like it was also my father's and my father's and how do I say this? It was mine and my father's bonding time. Yeah, we bonded a lot together. He took me to watch every movie, every Star Wars movie in theater when I was growing up as a little kid. And he bought the original trilogy collection. I watched that at home. Have some popcorn. Just introduced that to my sister. And I remember when Lady Nitro finally asked me, "Hey, Nick Nitro, like, can we watch the Star Wars series together?" I was so ecstatic when she wanted to watch the Star Wars original trilogy, and she loved it so much. And I was like, yes. And then afterwards, I showed her the prequel trilogy, 1, 2, and 3, and she said it was good, but she said 4, 5, and 6 was definitely her favorite. It made her feel emotions that she didn't know she could feel with nerdy movies, and I loved it. And it was great to see her reaction from that. And then after that, both of us, we were able to see Rogue One together, and then Rogue One became our favorite Star Wars movie. It's so far as of right now, like, it's definitely one of my favorite Star Wars movies out there. Like Rogue One, that was such a good movie.
Lord of Wolvendom, great wolf king of the north. Sharp of fang and keen of claw, and yet dwelling here only.
Honestly, my favorite Sith has to be Darth Malgus. He deserves more justice.
No.
Well, he was in the Old Republic games, and they did him really well. I think they did him pretty good justice. If you mean that he should have had more in the story, well, story is story, you know, it's how it is.
Indeed.
But he was great in the Old Republic game and in that series. Not series. I guess you can call the trailers, the cinematic trailers, a series. But Darth Malgus, he was cool.
The Order's habits, they've probably.
Yeah, Abyss, Order, and Wolvendom. Okay. I guess for me, and like in terms of like pure Sith, because there was a lot of characters I love that like always struggled between, you know, both the light and the dark side. But I guess I would say my favorite of Sith had to be Darth Nihilus. Nihilus, yeah. He is definitely a very unique Sith. I guess next to him would have to be Darth Sion, but it's more of a hard second. But Nihilus definitely my favorite Sith Lord. Like, even though he wasn't the main Sith in Knights of the Old Republic 2, he was still a cool character when he did make his appearance.
Witness the power of Gugwa. Know my sword.
Here you are.
Ooh, that's it. Let's go check out that bonfire. Looks like this bonfire's also got something to do with the abyss.
But of course, you know, for those who have played, I'm pretty sure you have played Knights of the Old Republic. But yeah, definitely one of the most iconic Siths. Even though he's not my favorite, but he's definitely one of the most iconic. Darth Revan definitely is definitely up there. It's a fan favorite. And hearing that Star Wars Knights of the Republic are getting a remake or a remaster, that's exciting. Oh man, seeing a whole remade, remastered Knights of the Old Republic is gonna be such a great game, man.
Bonfire spells. Looks like the abyss really nice. Where did these monsters pop out from? Let's clear them out and quick.
I doubt this would ever happen, but I would love a spin-off show about Grievous. Hey, the fact that they have a whole show about Boba Fett, I think anything is possible. It's just up to, you know, the higher ups in Lucasfilms, and if there's enough fans who do want it, which I'm pretty sure a lot of fans actually do want that, then I don't think it's impossible for there to be a Grievous show. Again, I don't know what they're doing, how they think up there in Lucasfilms, you know, and being under Disney, you know, anything could happen. They, you know, whatever, because they are crazy people, but it's definitely not outside the realm of impossibility. You know, keep on dreaming, you know, you never know. Never know.
Have you finished searching? I searched around these parts and found some signs myself. But they were left behind by abyss mages, and there was no deeper abyssal power to them. It seems that even an abyss herald would not wish to make trouble with the Wolf King of the North. We should leave as well. If there's anything praiseworthy about that old wolf, it's his territorial nature.
Imagine if they made a spin-off show about Project Blackwing. Again, also in the realm of possibility. I mean, they even made a show about the Bad Batch, which in my opinion, they're literally, you know, the Bad Batch was literally like what I would imagine Delta Squad from Star Wars Commando turned into. I feel like in my head canon, I always imagined the Bad Batch was pretty much Delta Squad. Star Wars Republic Commando, that was such a good game. Like, the story was just so good, even though it was so short. Star Wars has such good writers. The fact that they can make, you know, make you have feelings and an attachment towards 4 unique clone troopers when they're not even supposed to be unique, but yet they are. That's when you know it's such good story writing.
But now we're out of leads. Are we going to have to give up?
Yeah, I gotta get a drink. Ugh. Wrecker's your favorite? Oh, nice. Me, Crosshair was my favorite. He relates to me. He just wants to smash things and blow things up. I see. Wrecker is very similar to Sev from Republic Commando. They both share similarities. That's why, you know, when I saw Wrecker, I was like, dude, that's Sev pretty much. That's 100% Sev. Man, I hope
No.
I always hope Sev survived in Republic Commando. That's when I heard, because when in the end of the story, when like something bad happens, I was like, no, Sev.
Let's get a move on then.
Storm Terror's Lair, huh? To Storm Terror's Lair we shall go.
I've heard about what happened, but I suppose that this place, in fact, if my memory serves, this ruin is the first time I laid eyes upon the ruins of Old Mondstadt. The Dragon of the East.
Hunter's your second favorite? Cool.
Much less come to nest in this place.
Mostly because he rocks the Rambo hairstyle. Yeah, okay, I see that, yeah. I see what you mean, I see what you mean.
Paimon remembers that Dvalin first got in trouble hundreds of years ago.
Don't think too much about it. Do you remember the light actuators that once sealed this room? If the Abyss Order is interested in this location, then they will not neglect those mechanisms. Let's go see what the situation is at those light actuators.
But so far, when it comes to Star Wars games, the only one I have not played yet is the latest one, which is Star Wars Survivor, or Jedi Survivor. I want to, but you know, again, time, money. I'll most likely play it, but like probably like when it's already like what, several months, maybe even to a year old already.
Gathered over there.
Probably because also, you know, I've been hearing like bad things when it comes to, you know, the performance. Not the game itself, it's a great game, but the performance issues. It's because I'm definitely gonna get the game on PC and I have to let it, it needs to perform well for me, you know? No, Shinobu. There we go. I want to get Jedi Survivor. It looks a lot of fun. It does look like a lot of fun. And a lot of people have been giving it good positive reviews. So it definitely looks like it's a game that's worth giving a shot. But right now, there's too many games for me to focus on right now. Like, I want to play these games and I want to be able to, like, you know, stream it for all of you, but you know, since I don't content create full time, you know, so I don't have the time to play every game out there and to record and whatnot. I mean, just recently after yesterday's stream, I got convinced to get Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom when I wasn't even gonna buy it anytime soon, but now I want to buy it like right now, you know? It's like the blessing and the curse of being a gamer, and like when you're older, you have the money, but you don't have the time nor the energy,
I wouldn't call
especially when you're playing games competitively like I do, you know, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Tekken 8. Yeah, there's just not enough hours in a day, man.
From adventuring together with that traveling companion.
As you can see, I'm also spending time with Genshin because I have to get this account built up before next month, because next month I'm gonna pull for a C6 Alhaitham, which is gonna cost, I hope not gonna cost me a lot of money. That's why I have to work hard for it.
She no longer, I'm afraid,
So,
travel.
gaming, the blessing and the curse.
Still have something.
Hey! Either way, we should settle down in a place where...
Home. Well, it won't be too late to think about. While you're still traveling, you should.
Huh? What's familiar?
A familiar feeling, you say? Whichever it is, we should see it. We can reach the top of that cliff from.
Honestly, when they added Boskin to Battlefront 2, I was hoping they would add IGAA. He's my favorite bounty hunter. Ah, yeah. In Battlefront, when they added like they added a lot of good characters out there, especially even like the how do I say it? There's a word I'm looking for. They added, like, you know, more of, like, you know, the lesser known characters. That Battlefront was an interesting time.
Can you still sense that familiar feeling that you spoke?
But it doesn't feel like there's anything around here.
Indeed. There doesn't seem to be anything strange about this place. It doesn't look any different from the last time. My traveling companion brought... Me? I merely followed my traveling companion around on that journey. Huh? A ruin guard's footprint. A ruin guard was wandering around here? No peace to be found.
It's a shame that it doesn't get support anymore. Yeah, it's EA for you, and it's one of the older games, and it doesn't get, you know, like, people have moved on from it, so it's what happens. What I like about spin-off games, like especially like Jedi Survivor
What's gotten into you?
or Jedi,
You were just missing
yeah,
out.
yeah, Jedi Survivor and whatnot. Forgot the name of the first game. How did I forget? Fallen Order, yeah. With Fallen Order and Survivor, like the cool thing I liked about it, they're showing like concepts that like are familiar to like Star Wars fanatics, but like not the general, like the general viewers or fan base. So they get to learn some stuff. Like for example, like you know what's the reasoning that you know like Sith's lightsaber is red, and there's a specific reasoning behind that, and I like it. They especially in Survivor, it's a tiny spoiler, but like well not really that much of a spoiler. You just get to see it through the story. But like the fact that you know a kyber crystal gets bled, you know, when a kyber crystal bleeds, that's what it gets its red color, and that's why I like it how like the symbolism of the colors actually you know is very significant, and I like it how they really showed it in Survivor. So therefore a lot of you know of the more general viewers of Star Wars definitely get to see and appreciate it, something that fanatics have known for a very long time, but it's always such a cool concept.
Huh? But how could that be? You only
Perhaps that dandelion bears some sort of scent that only you recognize. As for why, has it perhaps experienced something related to you?
you're saying some real
Do not rush. Vexation and anxiety are the enemy of rational thought. Your journey has only just begun, has it not? At least you now know that she is still on this world. At this time, the most important thing is the journey to find her. Yes, and this is something you must keep in mind as the meaning behind your journey. May you find your kin at the end of that journey. Well then, let us part ways here for now.
Huh? You're leaving? Already?
Only for now. Don't worry, we will meet again. After all, I did take 500 Mora and those 3 answers you gave me.
Nick, what's your favorite clone battalion? It can be canon or not, or fanon. Well, to be honest, like since I haven't really like delved super deep into all the clone battalions, and I'm only familiar, well, not familiar, intimate with one of them, which is you know Delta Squad from Star Wars Commando, Republic Commando. They're my favorite, but of course, you know, maybe if I delve deeper into the others, like for example, the Bad Batch, you know, and whatnot. But as of right now, my favorite clone battalion has to be Delta Squad. The other quests. Guild affairs. Do I have guild affairs? I do not have guild affairs. Hey, where is it? Guild affairs. Why don't I have it? Oh, here it is, guild affairs. Because we gotta start completing some of the main stories here. The J Chamber? Hmm. The J Chamber is very high up. Defeat the Stone High Lawachura.
Pyrotechnics! Let me weave you a verse. Know my sword!
Okay, at least I can kill it. There we go. My favorite battalion is a Phantom Battalion. It's the 228th. They are a spec ops group that are mostly on assassination missions. They also torture if they need to get information. Cool. They sound like a cool battalion. All right. Go back. Probably need to get another drink a little bit later, but I'll do it later. Hey, man. They usually have tactical gear and they have black and gray camo painted on their armor. Nice. They do sound a badass. Gone you.
Yes, yes. Vamp the 7. Drag it still. Oh, traveler.
Huh? Ganyu?
Hello. We were just discussing,
Yes.
but we recently received intel from the Ministry of Civil Affairs that two big
Big-time treasure.
Yes. They're known as Big Sis of the...
Oh, Raptor! Paimon remembers he tried to run away from
Oh yeah,
the
Raptor.
Mondstadt.
You're correct. She's the head of... Some say that the god of...
Anyway, the treasure hoarders, despite how dangerous that makes it, all the treasure hoard they have already devised a plan.
To this end, Big Sis and Raptor have reportedly recruited a certain grand thief from...
Grand thief?
From Fontaine.
Indeed. The grand thief is highly respected in the treasure hoarders, in the same way that we adventurers look up... Ah, so you're familiar with the author of the Tevat travel guide then? Correct. The grand thief is someone as renowned as her. So, despite being relative big-timers in Liyue and Mondstadt, Big Sis
I actually have
and Raptor
artwork
put in a lot of
somewhere of
work
custom
to bring
228th
his
armor.
styles to
I
become personal
would like it if I can
focus
find it. I'll
operation.
send it to you. Cool.
With the major changes in
I'll be,
related to the abyss,
I'll be
makes
happy to
feel
see it.
like there is some unknown danger so I decided to come to the Adventurers Guild to post.
Leave it.
Oh,
Good to see this in the hands of a reliable guild.
Okay. What was I doing? This one. This one. This one. Yeah, it's this one. Okay. Let's go. Up here. Hang on. I didn't turn in my commission quests. I didn't turn in my commissions. No. Wait. Back to Liyue. I was there too at the commission counter too. Should probably heal Shinobu.
Add Astro. Thank you for
Okay, there we go. Whew. That was close. I almost didn't get all of my my primos. Oh, I got the pictures you sent. Let me just check out the pictures in Discord. Nice. That does look cool. Pretty badass. Alright, let's continue with our quest and missions. How many primos do I have right now? 1,500, not a lot. I need 100,000. I'm only at 1,000, so I need 99,000 to go. Oh, jeez. Explore the Call of the Abyss. Okay. It recommends me that I have a cryo on my team. It's only a recommendation. Alright, what's in here?
There are signs of treasure hoarder activity here. They must have come to these ruins.
Treasure hoarder activity?
Deeper inside. I'm unsure Hope's Ganyu's information is reliable.
Door of
There
Resurrection.
aren't many guards here. Looks like their plan to draw away the Abyss Order's forces really worked.
Stand with me.
There is one detail about the 228th I have left out. They also cannibalize people. That is a very unique detail.
Feel the beat.
More signs that a treasure hoarder was here. This should be the right direction. But why does it feel stranger and stranger as we make it deeper into these ruins? Be careful now.
Be careful.
Behind you.
Be careful though. Oh crap. No, no. I'm trapped. Oh yeah, they don't hurt. They just trap you. Oh, another chest. Whee! Oh, there's no turning back now. What this? Who are you? Raptor, is that you?
This looks like a person.
No, I thought it looked like an animal.
Are you the Grand Thief? Why is he in that position? Is he praying to something? That's
A statue of the seven, but it's upside down.
the statue of the seven hanging upside
It's the
down.
abyssal power.
And the statue's hands. Paimon remembers they're normally holding an orb, right? But this statue is holding. What is that? Paimon has a really bad hand. The Grand Thief hasn't moved an inch.
He's kicked the bucket.
Hello? Are you okay, mister?
No reaction. Help, help. Are you okay? Help, help. No response. Help.
Paimon doesn't feel so good. Let's get out of here. And... We can't stay here. Quick, run!
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Flee the ruins? Okay. Oh, this is kind of cool. Fun fact about Grievous, you may already know, but he has over 70 plus confirmed Jedi kills. I do know that he has a lot of Jedi, has a huge Jedi body count. However, I didn't know specifically it was 70, so that's cool. Fun facts. Oh no. No, that was just petty right there. Does it come back? It does not come back. Run, Shinobu. Is there anything chasing me? Nothing's chasing me though, so relax. Ooh, it's an Abyss Lecter. I'm gonna eat a fried egg to revive myself.
You cannot spy on the secrets of the Abyss.
Can't tell what to do.
You have come here. You have seen our secrets. For this, you must pay the price.
I'll give you $1.
As a herald, I will mete out your punishment.
How about somebody else? Can I see your manager? The one Dane spoke of.
Dainsleif. Oh, I thought you were just a couple of pests that stumbled in here by mistake. So, you are with Dainsleif, that constant annoyance and up. Did he send you here to die? His resistance against the Abyss has gone nowhere, for the Abyss is unstoppable.
What is this power? I've never seen it before.
Okay, sorry about all the Star Wars talk. I'm just really in the mood right now. I don't get to talk about Star Wars lore or games with other people. That's all good. I like Star Wars. And plus, this is, you know, this is a stream, you know? Supposed to chat, you know, any topic and whatnot. If we're just gonna be talking about like other typical topics, it's not gonna be much of a stream. I like talking about other things as well. It helps keep the stream and the chat alive. Can you like not be in the corner right there? Can you have it? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, come to me.
Our bond is strong.
Here you are.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm not gonna kill him. I see.
This power, it seems familiar. I see. In that case,
I am the one. I am the one. Sorry.
What such a strong enemy. Who knew the... Huh? What is it?
It seemed to know me.
Oh, right, yeah. We're near the...
Let's get out of here. Let's skedaddle. Dainsley.
So, we meet again. A little sooner than I had expected.
Like 10 minutes ago.
Hey, it's Dane!
Judging by your expression, it seems you just experienced something quite... Could it be that you encountered an Abyss Herald in those ruins?
Huh? How did you know that?
I've been on the Abyss Herald's trail. I didn't expect to find you here as well.
We told him about the strange statue and the deceased thief.
An inverted statue of the Seven, holding abyssal power in its hands. No, I have never seen such a thing during my time fighting the Abyss. Tell me the rest of what happened in there. So you escaped the ruin depths filled with abyssal power, and then...
And then, as we got close to the exit, an Abyss Herald suddenly appeared and blocked our way. We fought a big battle with that thing.
It wasn't that big of a battle.
Not too far yet.
Yes, this is a rare opportunity indeed. Come.
Let's go! A rare opportunity?
Where fate comes to crossroads. Abyss Herald, Wicked Torrents. I can do. What was I gonna do again? Oh yeah. My favorite Star Wars game easily has to be the Force Unleashed games, mostly because of my favorite Star Wars enemy history, which are the Terror Trooper. I just love the lore behind them. Dude, Star Wars Force Unleashed definitely is one of my favorite Star Wars games as well. The first one mainly. The second one was okay, but the first one, that was mainly my favorite. And I love Starkiller. Starkiller has to be my favorite. Well, how do I say this? Did I say Force user? Jedi? I didn't say Sith Lord because, well, he was never a Sith Lord. And he was a Sith turned into a Jedi, but he was definitely one of my favorite characters of all time. I love Starkiller. And plus, because he's directly tied into the original Star Wars series. You know, it was just cool like that. How they started the rebellion and everything like that.
Were they trying to ambush us?
I love Starkiller.
No. They were were just digging through these abandoned ruin guards looking for...
Oh, is that looking for chaos devices, chaos circuits? You know, that kind of stuff.
In fact, I was nearby investigating precise... They seem to be certain. However, they look disappointed.
Well then, why didn't you grab one of them just now and ask what they...
I certainly don't, but I have a feeling one cannot or rather, these abyss mages... Alright, we shouldn't wait...
Yeah, Starkiller, one of the few Jedi that I know that went from Sith to Jedi, which doesn't happen too often. A majority of the time we see people who go from the light side, you know, into, you know, the dark side. I mean, Starkiller technically fully embraces the Sith in lore, so he's not a Sith Lord though. He's trained in he was trained in the ways of the Sith, but then he became a Jedi. If we're gonna say who is my favorite Sith, Starkiller was a Sith at first, but he became a Jedi. That's when he was the most powerful. And I like to, you know, refer to, Force users, or, you know, anyone who knows the ways of the Force, by their most powerful selves. And Starkiller was definitely more powerful as a Jedi when he became a Jedi. You know, still, of course, obviously, he was definitely more powerful than the usual due to him becoming the Sith, because Sith are just generally, you know, much more powerful because they incorporate their emotions, and we all know that the Force, you know, definitely is stronger when emotions are incorporated. You know, but because of that, you know, with Starkiller, even though he does embrace the ways of the Sith, he converted to Jedi, and in that case, when he became a Jedi, he actually was in his strongest because his emotion was becoming serene, you know, calm, content, peace, and that sense of, you know, peace, and like he understood the ways of the, you know, the dark side, but then when he came to grips on, you know, what it was like to really, you know, become, you know, a Jedi instead, you know, that anger and hatred. That because the anger and hatred before had no sense of direction, it was just blind following. But when he finally discovered himself in the ways of the Jedi, that's when he became his most powerful. And that's why, you know, that's why if I'm gonna refer to Starkiller in his prime, it's when he was a Jedi already. Oh no, Xinyan. Oh no. No, everyone's dying. What's up, John? Welcome to the stream, my ninja. Me personally, just how confusing it can be to explain Starkiller to a non-Star Wars fan. I just call him a Force user. Well, we're not technically supposed to, like, you know, technically we're not supposed to be like, well, explaining things to non-fans is already a big mistake because we're not supposed to do that. We only explain things to people, you know, when like they're willing to listen. But like, it's like, for example, it's like explaining, you know, chess to a 6-year-old who doesn't want to play chess. It's gonna be very difficult. That's why, unless a person's a Star Wars fan, I don't talk about Star Wars Force Unleashed with them. I only talk about Star Wars. I only talk about Star Wars to Star Wars fans. That's why I never mentioned Star Wars once to Lady Nitro until she actually asked me to watch it. Tekken 8 Hwoarang looks highly promising. Yeah, Hwoarang in the Tekken 8 trailer looks really good. I love his look. He looks actually like a K-pop star now. It's really cool. This enemy is so hard before in Quest. Yeah, it is, especially when you're starting out, especially when you haven't built a character, you're still very low level, you know, it's definitely going to be difficult. Especially when I haven't built everybody here, so it's definitely going to always be hard. The game's always going to be hard when you haven't built anybody.
Sorry for the trouble.
When I say non-Star Wars fan, it means someone who's new to the lore. Well, true. I guess you could say someone who's new to the lore, but the moment that they're new, they're already a fan.
To the core.
Maybe not a hardcore fan yet, but definitely, you know, they'll get there. And of course, they're gonna learn. They're gonna eventually learn, you know. Like, they're gonna eventually learn about Starkill. I mean, look at us. Did anybody sit us down and explain to us the lore of Star Wars, you know, just taught us? No, we watched it, we got used to it, we got acquainted, we fell in love with it, and we learned through the storytelling. That's why, you know, for me, the best way for people to experience things in, like, you know, not just Star Wars, but things in general, is to experience it the way how we experienced it. And we all know that the best way to experience something is not for someone to sit us down and to talk about it with us. It's for us to actually watch it ourselves.
No, my sword.
No, that's there. Oh man, just need a little patience. Oh man, I hate that bubble, man. And then I'm frozen. Jeez. Let's just kill this thing first. Yeah, killing this thing first is. It's the crowd control that's pissing me off. There we go. Now we can kill these. Oh, come on.
Our bond is strong.
Wait. Shinobu died. One more week to go for a PlayStation Showcase, which means fighting game trailers, with characters announcements will be there. Not necessarily. Like, it's possible it'll be there, but the PlayStation Showcase has shown new games for PlayStation. But there's definitely a possibility for seeing fighting games and new characters and whatnot. But let's not hold our breath. If they're there, great. If they're not, we have to just be like, okay, it is what it is.
There are no just like your appearance in
But yeah, for me, like, if a person like doesn't know anything like about, well, not really, or they're new to, like, for example, this is just a specific example. Like, people say that, oh, I got into Star Wars, and then they ask me, oh, Nick, can you tell me about Force Unleashed? I know nothing about it. I'll just play the game. I cannot explain anything to you, because explaining is not going to do it justice. It's always best to let them experience it the way how we experienced it.
Both
Branches?
both originate.
Huh? Really? Oh. Speaking of... Oh, right. As your guide, Paimon should Huh?
I have memories of
You have
Conria.
memories of being there.
Is that so? But if you would like to tell me, I will listen. So, the Conria you saw, what was it like?
And tell me, I will listen. So Conria you saw, what was it like? Well, I can't hide it from any longer. Sea of Flames.
So that's the complete story, huh? Paimon thought that you ran into that unknown god.
I see. So your first memory after coming to this world was being awoken by your sister from within that meteor.
It seems your sister woke up first. But the
And then your sister told you that the destruction of Conria plunged the whole world into chaos, and that you two should leave this world called Tevat?
The destruction of Conria? She said that?
That destruction you witnessed, that's... It seems the first time you awoke in this world was in...
Huh. So your sister must have understood this world better than you did.
And it was shortly after that that you encountered an unknown...
Oh, Paimon knows this part.
I understand. When you awoke at that time and hurriedly tried to leave for another world, you didn't know anything about Conria. But now, since you have come to gain some understanding of Tevat, you are able to guess that the war...
If that's the case, you must have been flipping through all sorts of books during our adventure these past few months. Before going to Mondstadt, you had just looked at some vague materials. Later, we managed to gather a whole bunch of old books from... So, the whole time you were just trying to learn more about Conria so you could find your sister? Oh, yeah. can travel around the 7 nations to find the 7, but where can you go to find a nation that was just...
I probably know more about Canria than both of you.
Since Dainsleif is from Canria.
Canria was a nation without a god. Not because it had a god that died or abandoned. It was a powerful nation, built purely by humans.
A nation without a god?
I'm so embraced into the Star Wars community that I became one of those people that get triggered when someone calls a clone trooper a stormtrooper, but I do it as a joke. Well, I mean, that's not entirely incorrect, you know. I mean, yes, stormtroopers are part of the Galactic Empire, and clone troopers are part of the Republic, but, you know, stormtroopers came from somewhere. They didn't just magically appear out of nowhere. They started somewhere. So, if someone calls a clone trooper a stormtrooper,
Just as you remember.
it's not being specific, but it's not 100% incorrect.
Gods.
You mean that...
500 years ago, the gods descended upon the world and brought desolation to Canria. The pride of humankind was uprooted and crushed.
How could that be? The history books don't say anything about that.
Yes, well, continuing to discuss the past now will only dampen our spirits. Let's keep moving.
Alright, let's continue. We need to get some more stuff. And I'm so far away.
Stand with me. Time to act.
Like I said, I do it as a joke. I mean, no, yeah, I get that. Like, it is funny to do that, you know. But just remember, the ones who are actually serious about who are actually serious when they do that, those are the obnoxious fans.
Every little bit counts.
And to be honest with me, like when it comes to anything that I love, I am very distasteful towards obnoxious fans.
Our bond is strong.
Over there! It's more ruin guards and abyss mages.
I stay away from the obnoxious fans. Same.
Dane was just saying...
That's like, to be honest, I actually don't join many communities. Like, to be honest, like Genshin Impact, it's my favorite game of all time, but I am not part of the Genshin community. The Genshin community are very insufferable.
These ruin guards.
Field tillers?
Like, literally, when I see anything posted by the Genshin community, it just like it makes my blood boil because like they're so insufferable.
Like to give code names. The land is not.
That's why, even though Genshin Impact is my favorite game of all time, I am not part of the Genshin community.
After the destruction.
Because remember, just because, you know, you're a fan of things doesn't mean you have to be part of the community. Being part of the community means that, you know, you want to share your passion with others who share the same passion as you do. Unfortunately, with me being an introvert and, you know, whatnot, and not liking a lot of people, I like to enjoy things on a personal level. There are very few people I enjoy and share things with. Like, for example, you guys, the Ninja Clan. You know, my you know, people who follow me on Discord and YouTube and Twitch. I like sharing with you guys, and Lady Nitro, of course, and of course my best friends and whatnot. But like a whole community, nah, I'm very picky when it comes to communities.
But no matter
the only reason why I joined like part of like the fighting game community is because, well, they're the people that you fight. Because in fighting games, you will need to fight a lot of people, and of course, I have fought people in the community. So it's not more of like I haven't joined the fighting community. It's more of like I'm just I'm participating with the fighting game community. That's a better way to put it. Yeah, I'm participating with them. to destroy. Destroy us all! Destroy us all! Oh no. Cooldowns are so long. No, Xingqiu. Oh my gosh, I got comboed right there. That is so stupid. I got comboed. Okay, the shield's gone. I should kill the Ruin Guard first, but it's easier. But I do want to get rid of the habitual mages. Like I can't. I guess I'm out of stamina. That's why. You. It sucks that Cryo does not react with Dendro. Jeez. No, no, no. Okay, okay.
The process of elimination.
I'm 1000% in the Star Wars community. I even joined Star Wars Milsim server for VR chat, and a lot of people on those servers are really, really chill. That's cool. That's cool. I mean, like, let me explain this, because, like, in the Genshin community, everyone is super nice and super chill. Like, they're really, really cool people. The reason why I'm not part of it, this is gonna sound like a very, very, very petty reason, but the big reason I don't join the Genshin community because majority of them are stupid. Like, they don't know anything about the game, or they do know, they're just wrong. And because of that, I decided to not join the Genshin community, because like they are really nice people at first. Like, I mean, they still are nice. They're really good. They're really nice people, but a lot of the things that they say are very are just wrong. That's why I didn't join the Genshin community. Because communities, you know, they don't have to be like, you know, chill for me to want to, you know, join them. They just have to be, I'm not saying they have to be smart, they have to be right, but they have to, like, you know, I guess for me, like, because I have a lot of differing opinions from a lot of people. Like, I don't have opinions that like are common with the general public. I have a lot of hot takes, and the thing is, I've been called out for my hot takes, and it's pissed me off, because it's like I can't even say anything, you know. But because of that, yeah, because of that, you know, that's why I don't join much communities. Star Wars community, you know, I can tell they're definitely chill people, but like I've talked with a good amount of Star Wars fans, and well, you know, as chill as they are, they're not my type of people. So I decided to enjoy, you know, things like Star Wars and a lot of other, you know, a lot of passionate things like in the nerd community, I guess you call it the nerd community, on my own. And you know, I enjoy things on my own. That's why it seems like, you know, especially when I stream, or when I stream or I record videos, I get a lot of people saying, "Oh, Nick, I didn't know you like this and that." Well, because I don't announce it, because I just enjoy it, and, like, you know, to myself. I keep it to myself and I enjoy it, and I don't mind that. That's why some people ask me if I watch anime. It's like, I do watch anime, but like I read manga more, because manga I can read on my own time. Games as well. I play a lot of games on my own time. I don't just only play fighting games and like Genshin Impact. I play a lot of other games. It's just I just don't post it online, or post it on my channel.
It seems like they are.
Bloom of Fate? What's that? From the horror.
The fighting game community, personally, the fighting game community, again, I said I joined them because it's because I fight them, I compete with them. But like, and they're not stupid people. No, they're not. But the fighting community is one of the most toxic communities I've ever experienced, like, in my life. What else are there? Like, actually, competitive games have the most toxic people in the community. However, they are not stupid people, which is really really weird because it's like I can deal with these people. Like they're smart, they know what they're talking about, but they're hella mean and they're hella toxic. Then communities like the Genshin community, very nice, very chill people, very down to earth people, but they're the dumbest people I've ever met on the planet.
I'm reading it now.
How so?
In short,
The Overlord of the Vortex? What do they want with Osile?
I love the Milsim server. It's a lot of fun. Sounds like a lot of fun. It gives me something to do when I'm bored as well. Ah, I see.
I know of your past, though you may not have been a.
Last time it was, well, the Abyss Order
That's all good then. That's all good.
From the content, they won't.
Nothing
just
wrong with that.
corrupt Osile's mind.
so wait, the Abyss Order wants to make some sort of cyber...
Very few people today truly understand the civilization of Kanria. Only the Abyss Order has consistently sought out the remnants of Kanria. Despite being far from human, they seek out this law. The talisman's message states that they will use the defiled statue as a base, attaching Osile's limbs to construct a mechanized
god
shall replace the orb usually held by the statue of the Seven. Is the eye of the very first field tiller.
Field tiller. Lane actually doesn't mention about this.
First field tiller? Oh, Pipe,
It would seem so.
this whole thing keeps...
Yes. According to the talisman, the eye should be placed in the hands of the defiled statue, thereby imbuing the newly born god with the power to topple the divine thrones of Celeste.
Oh boy, the Abyss Order... Since no one knows where the first field tiller is, how about we take the information about the statue as the starting point for... Yeah, that tone-deaf bard is too difficult to track down anyway. Let's go to the cathedral first and ask around. Maybe we'll learn something.
Let's go to the cathedral first.
The cathedral.
Huh?
Nothing.
And I'm talking about when I'm bored and an event happens. It's not like, hey, there's something for me to do, I'll go. It's more like, let's freaking go. I get you. So you're very, very passionate about that. All right, all right. I definitely feel you there. I love the people in those servers I see in this family, honestly. All right, I feel you there. I definitely can see, I definitely do see people you do regard, you know, communities like that to such high extent. There's nothing wrong with that. It's actually very heartwarming.
A huge statue, a grandiose cathedral. The people of Mondstadt clearly spent a... But how aware of this was the Animal Archon on receiving this gift? And how much did he give back in return?
Faith doesn't ask for anything in return, though.
As long as the gods have a clear conscience about it all, there's nothing I can say about it.
Shh! We're about to enter the cathedral! Don't say... And actually, the Animal Archon is...
I never specifically said I would enter the cathedral. I'll leave you two to mingle with the sisters.
Oh, I'm looking at this picture you sent me, Beast. It said, go ahead, call me a stormtrooper one more time. But that is a stormtrooper. Well, no, that's a clone trooper. Never mind. It's a clone trooper with the colors of a stormtrooper. That's very confusing. Oh, wait, no, it's actually a stormtrooper. No, I'm actually getting confused right now.
Huh?
You are the honorary knight of Mondstadt.
Nope, it's definitely a stormtrooper.
They will surely
That's 100% a
have to look
stormtrooper.
into these affairs with their utmost trust. Having me tag along would only make them correct.
So in this case, I guess as a joke, in my case, he goes, call me a stormtrooper one more time, I dare you. I'm gonna call him a stormtrooper and shoot him back. I'll even shoot first, like how Han Solo shot first.
When a non-believer steps onto holy ground, the result is never pretty. I have never received the favor of the gods in the past. I don't see any reason I would need it now, or in the future either. That's enough about that. While we've been
Okay, then we'll just go and.
I should warn you about one thing. Don't go meant the Church of Favonius wouldn't ignore the matter of the statue. But if they rashly tried anything against the Abyss Order, it would only ruin whatever element of surprise we may have.
It's like, well, that's how clones look. They're just called shinies. Well, then this shiny deserves to be shot even more. Then I'm gonna keep calling it Stormtrooper.
Usually doesn't end.
Honorary But I should first make it clear that if you need to borrow the Holy Lyre to Hermel again, it seems she hasn't realized. Oh, we're here to ask some questions about something. Barbara? Of course you wouldn't know anything about that.
Huh? You're here to ask about that old story? Well, I didn't expect. A long time ago, there was indeed one.
They only get that name shiny is when they aren't in a battalion. Well, that's on them.
Nearly every member of the church joined the search for it, but it was never found. In the church's records, as you might assume, this incident has been. Of course.
Nothing? So do you have any other clues? Sorry, Barbara, but we can't tell you about the
Other strange stories? I'm not sure. Let me think about what other unusual incidents are in the church's records. Oh, the Tyrant's Final Fury?
The Tyrant's Final...
Oh, this refers to a time of great danger that engulfed old Mondstadt, the place now known as many, many years ago. There was a time when balls of fire would rain from the sky whenever...
Balls of fire raining from the sky?
People at that time believed it was a curse laid down by the god of storms. So this strange phenomenon continued for about a year. No one was ever able to solve it. It just gradually ceased on its own.
It's kind of like how the Bad Batch calls the clones regs. You feel me? I guess. Yeah.
Right. Well, perhaps it was something else that caused the disaster. Anyway, this incident might not be related to the lost statue of the Seven.
It's okay.
There's that pointless word, thank you, again. I can never get used to hearing it.
Oh, Rosaria, it's you.
If you're looking for the Knights of Favonius, they're busy with those
Those monsters?
those monsters that tried to attack Mondstadt last time.
Wasn't that the Abyss Order?
Indeed. They're gathering in Wolvendom. Could it be that the Abyss Order is targeting the spirit of Lupus Boreas? As for what purpose, Master Jean has already headed off to Wolvendom. I must also begin to make a move myself.
Then I will go.
Master Jean said you should stay at the church and continue your work with the clergy.
But you're also a member.
Right. We'll go give Master...
Oh. Okay, but please, everyone, be careful.
May the animal Archon protect. Well, he actually does protect us indirectly. When, of course, Venti's not out drinking or something.
I see. Has the Abyss Order already launched? This could very well have...
But what is the...
No, that's unlike Osio. Today, the Abyss Herald...
Wolvendome. Let's go.
Going out on a rainy day is the worst.
We are now in Wolvendome. There's carrots here. Up. Chest.
Here you go.
Up. The Abyss Order.
Don't underestimate the enemy. Let's take them now. Here you are.
Feel the beat. Body and mind. Our bond is strong.
Cooldown's too long.
Flicker.
Nick, have you heard of the channel called Star Wars Theory? They basically make what if videos for Star Wars. I know the channel. I don't watch it though.
The closer we get to the target, the more
Yeah, let's go.
I'm...
Huh? Why not? Is it because you're afraid of fluffy animals?
It has nothing to do with wolves. It's because Boreas was an ancient god, yet he willingly became a servant of the Seven. I cannot possibly agree with his actions. I don't desire... Besides, you're the one people like. I'm less likable. There's nothing special about gods anyway. It's just my opinion, but a word of advice. You shouldn't place too much trust in them. But at the same time, don't go too far in the opposite direction, even if the god in question is your sworn...
Don't trust them and don't hunt them. That's some awkward advice. Does Dane hate the Seven or is he protecting them?
Lest I repeat the failings of my forebears, I will tell you one final fact.
Huh?
The destruction of the nation of Kanria by the gods is the reason the Abyss Order now seeks to destroy the nations watched over by the Seven. Well, enough chit-chat. We should get back to business. I will go take care of the remaining Abyss Order members in the area. Try and keep your visit with Boreas brief. Afterward, let's meet at the...
Up there? What a strange man.
What a strange man.
Yeah, that's true. You also keep your guard up against unfamiliar gods. At the rite of dissension in Liyue, your decision was very similar to what Dane would do.
Honorary Knight, Paimon, what are you
It's
two doing?
Jean.
Oh, Master Jean! So glad we found you.
Man, when Grievous died, I grieved hard. I feel you there.
Rosaria
It was a terrible joke. I know. I'll shut up now. No, I didn't. I was not thinking that at all, to be honest.
Your help is greatly. I just scouted out all of Wolvendom. Rosaria told me that the Abyss Order is going after Boreas.
Don't worry, that's not a terrible joke. The terrible Star Wars joke I heard it where a person told me it was like, your mama's so dumb she thought Jar Jar came with pickles. That's a stupid joke.
But the Abyss Order and Boreas.
They just like to cast the Abyss Order already with...
Regardless, whether the reason behind the Honorary Knight, please don't this God's spirit.
Although the other joke that my friend said that was a your mama joke that actually made me chuckle. He was like, your mama's so fat. Jabba the Hutt said, damn. That one actually made me chuckle.
Okay, be careful. Thank
I actually have to fight. I actually have to talk to Boreas. Or Boreas. For real, I hated that Grievous died. I can see why you would. Or why you would feel that way, yeah. For me, I was more upset that Grievous died in such an anticlimactic way. I was hoping he would die in a lightsaber fight, not a blaster to the chest. That's what made me kind of, you know, not happy. Oh, Boreas, no!
There, it's Razor! And the Abyss Herald.
You not welcome here. So, the Wolf's Red, you claim to be a guardian. Yet your once sharp claws have clearly dulled. If you serve us, we can... Lies. Lies.
What the heck is this ceremony? Oh no! Is this the same?
Wolves never surrender. But this...
No matter how many bow before the abyss.
Power cord! Rain outlines your dissipate.
The way he dies is gnarly, you gotta admit. Gnarly, only the effect was gnarly, but like him getting killed by a blaster to the chest, how is that not like how everybody else dies in this series? That's why I didn't like it. Like when he have died in the way how, like, you know, Anakin killed Count Dooku or things like that. That was, for me, that was gnarly. But I guess it's because it's my bias towards, you know, having, you know, people who are, you know, well versed with a lightsaber to die in a lightsaber duel. Because in the end, how Grievous died is pretty much just like how, like, Indiana Jones killed a guy who was, like, you know, like swinging his sword around. He just shot him. I'm like, oh, come on. Because for me, Grievous was not a joke character. He was a serious contender, you know. And then to be killed by a blaster shot to the chest, he literally just had a normal death like everybody else. What made it gnarly is that, you know, you see the organs explode. Yeah, that's what's the gnarly part. But other than that, in essence, he just died by a blaster shot to the chest, which is how everybody's dying. Which for me, I'm like, no, Grievous is a unique character. Have him die in a unique way. That was nowhere near unique. That's why for me it was a very anticlimactic death. That's why when I first saw it and then the way he died, I was like, that's it? Like, huh?
Thank you. You came.
What makes it gnarly for me is that what if Obi-Wan only shot him once and just let him slowly burn to death? That's just like dying from a blaster wound and then bleeding out. Again, you know, it's not the effects of like the organs exploding or the slow burning that's, you know, disappointing for me. No, those are cool effects. It's just the fact he died by a blaster shot. That's the thing that I know. These are lightsaber experts, masters even at their craft. You know, Grievous is even trained, you know, in the art of lightsabers. You know, we have, you know, Obi-Wan, a Jedi master. Couldn't we have you know, a lightsaber duel to the death? That's the only thing. That's why for me I was disappointed, because it was not a lightsaber duel to the death. It was a lightsaber duel to a chase to a blaster shot. That's why I was like, oh. That's it.
Lupus Boreas never refuses trial, but scary outsider, not respect trial. I too didn't see.
Wait, so you mean the Abyss Order had everything prepared to corrupt Lupus
Thank you. In the future, you smell danger?
No, we heard about the danger. Paimon's note, besides coming to help, excuse us, Mr. Wolfgang.
I pay no heed to the contraptions of humans. I know not what this field took. It entered into my proving ground by accident, but it could not think, only fight. I eventually damaged it greatly with one of my attacks. Before...
By the sounds of it, it's possible that could...
Yes, it could spin, leap high into the air, and even shoot fireballs.
I love how he says fireballs.
It was stronger than even many who wield visions.
Fireballs? Hey, didn't we hear this somewhere else recently? Anyway, this pretty much proves that the first
I smell a danger.
There was some good intel. Quick, let's go tell Dane.
All right, back here. I will say it was disappointing that as the general of the separatists, he should have gone a cooler way out. Exactly. You know that I just wish there was a cooler way out. I know he was gonna get beaten. I know he was gonna die. It would have been cooler that if it was a bit more grandiose, if you could say.
Dane, there you are.
Because I love General Grievous too. He was a really cool character. You know, a droid that can a semi-cyborg droid that can wield a lightsaber. Come on, no other character can do that.
As both the Lion Fang Knight and acting Grand Master, she naturally would have some reservations towards me. If I'm not careful, one day I may find myself becoming the... But back to the matter at hand. I defeated some of the...
We had much more success.
I see. Well then, we can more or less figure out where the...
Huh? Really?
That information combined with a more comprehensive analysis. For example, the old story you told me you heard in the cathedral. Exactly. The strange story told to you by that young sister, long mistaken to be...
Ah, Paimon gets it. So the tyrant's final fury, after it was damaged in the fight with the Wolf of the North, and then, whenever anyone got close, pew, pew, boom, it would fire a ton of missiles at them. Until one day, it finally broke down for good, and the fireballs stopped raining from the sky. Back then, the people of Mondstadt hadn't seen many ruin guards before.
It looks like we need to make a trip to Storm Terror's lair and comb the entire area. What do you mean?
Huh? Oh, Paimon remembers too! We saw that a bit...
Alright, here we go. It must have been hell for Grievous when he heard he was going to be the general for the thing he hates the most. Probably was. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I go up from here. No? Oh, I have to climb this. Jeez. There it is.
This is it, right? Ooze, huh?
This requires another. Using elemental sight on a field tiller is of no use, but let me give it a try.
The abyssal power.
And done.
Ooh.
The very thing the Abyss Herald has been seeking all along. All of the ruin guards today are just replicas of this machine. As the prototype.
Prototype? Paimon doesn't know that word.
As the Abyss Order has surmised, if this eye is placed, and if the limbs of Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, are attached to the statue, and this newly born god will have the power to topple the divine throne. Yes.
Then, what should we do with this eye?
No. I'll guard it myself.
Huh? You?
You may doubt me if you wish, but I must ensure it does not fall into the wrong hands. No matter where we may hide it, they will find it. And as for the Church of Favonius, well, you know I don't trust them.
Oh!
But our work isn't done yet. To avoid any further repercussions, we must also take care of that defiled. We can't have the Church get involved. Let's handle it ourselves. As for what I mean by take care of it, naturally I mean to completely destroy it.
Destroy the defiled statue of Seven.
Statue of the Seven! As well as being a really important cultural well, good to...
Do the Seven really expect me to help them look after what belongs to them? Let's go back to those ruins and destroy the inverted statue. I'll make sure it doesn't get away this time.
Alright, let's go. Let me get a drink really quick. Ah, that's much better. Okay, let's do this. Swim, Alhaitham, swim. Alright, we're back here.
So after all that running around, we end up right back here again.
I know, right?
Yes, we barely escaped this place last time, and now we're strolling right back in.
Yep, I know, Paimon.
Surely we must be some of the bravest adventurers in all of Teyvat. That or the stupidest.
Yeah, it could be both.
Get to that creepy statue. We just need to follow the path we used to escape last time. That should take us right.
Well, that's not the path. Man, I never have to deal with any of these bubbles in the later updates. Okay.
Looks like we're here.
It looks so creepy.
An eerie, lifeless, dark chamber.
Oh, such a scary place.
Be careful to not be overwhelmed by the power of the defiled statue. The Abyss Herald.
You sense correctly.
There you are.
You are just as vexatious as ever, Dainsliff, enemy of the Abyss. I sense your soul is stained by terrible bloodshed, perhaps from your darkest nightmares, unless... Oh, and something far more dangerous. You reek of a corruption familiar to me.
Nick, what would you say your favorite Star Wars creature is? For me, it's the Rancor. I never put thought into that actually yet. What is my favorite Star Wars creature? Let's see if I can recall. I'm trying to think right now. Because usually I got like really like into the lore of Star Wars when I play games like Knights of the Old Republic. But other than that, I never really like... Let's see. What did I like? I mean, when it comes to creatures, well, no, creatures have to be non-sentient, things that only rely on instinct. Because I was gonna say Wookiees, but Wookiees are a race. You know, that's not the same as a creature. Because Wookiees aren't creatures; they think for themselves. Creatures. Your boy Dragonite, welcome to the stream, my ninja. Good to see you. I mean, I wouldn't say they're my favorite creature, but I've always been intrigued with banthas because it's like, I've always been curious like how their steak would taste like. You know, they must be like delicious, meaty steak. But that's just because, you know, for food purposes. But other than that, I guess they're not really my favorite. I was just most intrigued by banthas.
Time to silence.
Time to silence you. Feel my wrath. No, screw the Abyss Mages. Let's just focus on the Lector. Banthas are cool. Banthas are pretty much just like the cows of, you know, the cattle of the Star Wars universe. Nothing really intriguing by them other than the fact like what would their meat taste like. And of course they make good for, you know, cattle, for pulling, you know, cargo, things like that. They're useful. But other than that, there's not really much intriguing about banthas. I was just most curious about them. Let's just focus on the Herald. No, get off of me. Diffract. Ah, no, now he's in this form. I hate this form. Well, at least he's a Hydro. Because Hydro at least are weak to almost every element, including Dendro. And stop spinning like a Beyblade. No. Amp it up. Come on. There we go. Oh, this is cool. Oh yeah, I remember this scene. I actually like the scene because like, oh no, it's the sibling. Oh shit. It's Lumine. And that's an Abyssal Blade.
Princess.
Hey! Could that be?
I'm gonna get some sleep, Nick. It's 2:35. I'm running on 20 hours of sleep. No sleep. Jeez, Beast, get some sleep now, man. Thanks for joining the stream. Take care, my ninja. Have a good night.
Aether.
Aether.
Wait! She just blocked an attack against the Abyss Herald! Your sister and the Abyss?
Aether, why are you with Dane?
Uh-huh. Your sister knows Dane?
Lumine, we meet again.
What's going on here? Dane knows her too?
You shouldn't team up with this man. He is my enemy.
Lumine.
But it must be said. Don't try to stop me. Don't try to stop the Abyss. That man, Dainsleif, was the Twilight Sword, one of the royal guards of the final dynasty of Conria. 500 years ago, he failed to prevent the destruction of Conria. A curse of immortality was laid upon him to forever wander the wilderness, while he watched the people he was supposed to protect turn into monsters of the Abyss.
You're saying Dane is from Conria? The same Conria that was destroyed 500 years ago? And you said the people turned into monsters? You're trying to tell Paimon that the Abyss Order is not only related to Conria, but is actually the people of Conria themselves? And the whole thing about Dane being your enemy...
least, not yet. Until the Abyss has engulfed the thrones, my war with destiny will see no end. Listen to me, Ether. I have already traveled through this world once. Once you reach the end of your journey as I did, you will see for yourself the true nature of this world.
It's crazy that she's also 500 years old. Older, at least.
So we'll meet again. Though we need not rush, brother. I have more than enough time to wait for you. We have always had enough time.
No, he doesn't make it.
Oh, don't be too sad. We'll find them again. Look on the bright side. At least we got some really useful information. At least now, as well as the Seven, Dane is also a key part of finding your sibling too, right? That's right. By the way, what they said just now is all pretty. Oh.
There you go, over the details.
First off, that Abyss Herald called your sister Princess. It seems like your sister is leading the Abyss Order. Even the Abyss Herald answers to her. Still, we don't know for sure if she's the highest ranking leader in the organization. Also, your sister said that she wants to engulf the thrones and go to war with destiny. What the heck does that mean? Could it be that she wants to destroy the Seven and the Seven Nations? Next thing, turns out the Abyss Order monsters are really what the people of Conria turned into after their nation was destroyed. This story is just plain terrifying. And Dane is from Conria too. He witnessed its destruction 500 years ago. But he didn't turn into a monster. And now he's fighting the Abyss Order. So that's why your sister said that Dane is her enemy, right? But if the monsters of the Abyss are the same people that Dane protected all those years ago, then why is he enemies with the Abyss Order now? Also, how come, after all this time we spent searching for your sister, it turns out she's on the side of the Abyss? What's up with that? Yeah, you're right. Then, we can't let ourselves get down about it now. Our journey's not over yet. Let's get a move on. Time to leave this terrible dark place and get back to the surface where the sun shines bright. If your sister wants you to reach the end of your journey, well then, show her what you're made of. Come on, traveler, let's go.
We will be reunited. Reunited, and it feels so good.
Wait.
Okay, okay. Think I got a wish. I did. I think I'd rather have Bennett instead of Shinyan. Thought I had Bennett. Yeah, I have Bennett.
You want me on your team?
Yes, Ben, I want you on my team. Does he have anything that's energy recharge? Nope. to recharge. That's pretty much it.
Ow!
Ow. Have to go to Inazuma to get these things. Oh yeah, the achievements. I got a bunch of achievements. Yep. Okay. 1,500, 600. Ugh, long way to go. Very long way to go. Next quest. This one. Run, Alhaitham, run. Wait, your Alhaitham uses Dark Iron Sword, right? Yeah, for now. Until I get the full ER next month. I mean, remember, this build is not really a final build. This is just so I can get through the main quest and story and whatnot. I'm not trying to build a character or anything. I'm just trying to get as much Primogems as possible right now.
Are you okay? Paimon never imagined your sister would have sided with the Abyss.
I still can't accept it.
Keep your chin up. Paimon believes, and when the going gets tough, the tough get going.
Yeah, you're right.
She said we needed to reach the end of our journey. Paimon bets she still has, and we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless we... Aw, don't mention it, partner. Travel buddies are supposed to look out for one another. Although, where should we go? Oh, you mean the god that took your sister away in the first place? You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion, it all started with her.
I need answers from her.
Yeah, Paimon bets she's the key to understanding this whole mystery. Well, we've ruled out two gods so far, the Animo and Geo Archons. So, next...
Let's go to Inazuma.
Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma.
One does not simply walk into Mordor.
We'll have to find some other way in. Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entry? Oh, Paimon's thought of someone already. Katsuko, and let's see what she has to say.
Okay, okay. Look at all of these quests that have gone unanswered yet. Well, I guess we wanted to get through the main quest and also get my AR up.
Oh. Hello. Oh, I mean good fortune, right? Is there anything I can help you with?
We wanted to ask, how do we...
Oh, so that's why you're here.
Great! We came to the right...
But the chance of success is...
Incredibly small.
It was in leaving Inazuma. that I found out just how dangerous this method truly was. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. My rations and fresh water supplies soon ran out, and I remember getting to the but to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. That's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that I'm even alive to tell the tale.
What a horrible journey! And you set off knowing how dangerous it was?
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone leaving or entering the nation to a protracted approval process.
Kanjo Commission?
Along with the other two commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. I suppose they're equivalent to the One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. All non-nationals are... Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive arm of the Raiden Shogun's rule. Loyal, yet it doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this. But after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere, I begin to lose all... What I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to...
I have a compelling reason.
You should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, you would... And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary...
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. But if you really are set on going...
The raft idea...
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma. They're well known in Liyue. Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range...
You're right! Paimon's sure Beto of all people will be able to get us there, but Paimon wonders if she'll be willing to take...
The Alcor is the flagship of the Crux fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyun Stone Forest on a supply run. This might be your best chance.
Then there's no time to lose!
Let's find Badoo. I already thought that I found I have a teleporter there already. Guess I don't. Huh, I guess never opened up the waypoint yet. Well, time to climb. I hate the climbing. There's the ship. I must climb. Climb, you fools. Ah, oh, sheesh. Climb, Alhaitham, climb. I had to come back to say if Qui-Gon got brought back to life. I guess you could say he's Qui-back.
Here you are.
Qui-back, Qui-Gon. I get it, I get it. Oh no, I cannot fall down. I don't need to fight these guys, but I want to have a clear mental constitution, or peace of mind. Yeah, peace of mind, not clear mental constitution. Alright, so let's continue to go up. Raise him up, up, up. Raise him up, up, up. For real now, I gotta go get some sleep. Good night. Alright, good night, beast. Get some rest. You deserve it. Let's avoid these. Did I get the chest here already? I did get the chest here already. Time to fly. Well, I guess we can go higher. Just to be sure. Oh no, do not fall. Nah, I don't have to go higher than this. Let's go. Are you ready? Let's go. Badoo. It's Kazuzu.
Oh, if it isn't
So
the
this is when we
traveler
first meet him.
Paimon. I knew you guys would come.
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of... yes, the stars.
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment Paimon's ever heard.
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet. And that gives our encounter meaning.
Is this guy a bard by any chance? No, this guy is
Not far
awesome.
off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. I prefer other means of entertainment. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally, he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry?
Like haikus.
Well, I can't argue with that. Okay then. Once the clash is underway, I'll give you a chance to perform.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily, especially seeing as our great hero here might be in attendance.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just to clarify, by great hero, do you mean...
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never even heard of it? The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking part to showcase their talents. There are two important rules. 1, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real martial arts ability, not just people taking part for the fun of it. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you. 2, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little one-sided.
But I don't have a vision. I can just use elements.
You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden dragons lurking around in
I know that movie!
And with Liu as savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads. I think we can expect a healthy turnout this time.
But we didn't come here to take...
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that get this. It's a masterless vision.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision, it belongs to them.
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. As for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen. But my intuition tells me that...
Yep, and the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual of exceptional strength and talent. Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And so if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
A vision is of no use to me.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma, not fighting in some tournament.
Inazuma? You... want?
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless Vision, or a ticket to Inazuma aboard the Alcor. Up to you.
You just want him to take part in your tournament.
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the tournament will be.
What are we gonna do? Looks like we...
Let's give it a shot.
Great. Then let's get you signed up. Head to the
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is revealed.
Kazuha, we're going to pull for you soon. I cannot wait. Just so you all know, I actually have a Kazuha hoodie. It actually looks cool. Let's heal up Shinobu. cell phone.
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are.
Size up the competition.
You said that they had to be renowned fighters.
Uncle Yun.
Hello.
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. Then the Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting ability. Nobody wants to see that, right?
Yeah, we heard a
Me? Only a former runner-up in the Chihu Rock Freestyle Combat Summit. Oh yeah.
Also...
What? You... Nonsense. Have you been living under a rock? It's been going on for years. Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. There were 2 of them trying to escape.
Two treasure hoarders? Amazing.
Trying to sneak past me under the cover of darkness. I planted a left hook on the skinnier one's face and sent him flying. Then, I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade hurtling into a beam above us.
Sounds, impressive.
I told you. Unarmed, outnumbered. I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed, of course. But the fact remains that I did manage to subdue the both of them.
Wow, 2 whole treasure hoarders.
4 or 5 treasure hoarders at a time is all in a day's work. Alright.
I'll see you in the arena. But I don't plan on losing to a pair of children anytime soon.
Children? I'll have you know I'm a big kid.
Hi there. Are you here for the Crux Clash too?
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat for honing your skills. But this tournament is more than just a chance to put training into practice. It's also...
Exactly. With a vision, we'd quickly become our
This master of yours must be pretty...
famous. He's the founder of the Lingshan clan, and his skills are unparalleled. You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded quite recently. He's got to be a Grand Master or something. He's created many different styles to the Lingshan clan. He teaches a special...
Force dispersal?
It's a type of breathing exercise where you can train yourself to harness the energy around you. For example, our master can use it to alter the path of an attacking fist. Or
one time,
sounds too good to be true.
Challenger flying into the air without lifting a finger.
Sure is.
Excuse me, I
But
sneezed.
It's extremely difficult to cultivate this ability. We've been training for ages and we're still getting to...
We're clearly not that naturally gifted, or we would have at least gotten the gist by now.
There's a tuition fee?
Of course. This is a Grand Master we're talking about here. He doesn't have...
But here we are, having trained under him directly all this time without even a hint of improvement. Recently, though, we heard that a Vision Bearer joined the Guhua clan and made pretty much instant...
So, if we can get our hands on a Vision too, maybe we can finally make our master proud.
Well, we have to try something new.
Exactly. It can't hurt. Folks will come from far and wide. Heck.
See you in the arena.
Jeez, all these schmucks. Jin Yu.
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the Crux Clash? If so, seems I found myself another new adversary.
So you're also here for the...
You better believe it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't think I could walk away as champion. For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most... No. It's not about what I want to do. This is about who I want to... I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful business ventures. In most people's eyes, I am already the very embodiment of the perfect person. Though, of course, I'd never let the praise get to my head. I know I haven't reached perfection yet. A vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
Are you a renowned fighter?
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch for me. So, I've also brought along a bit of an entourage for moral support. It's
What
such
entourage?
a blessing, really, to have... Of course, I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating mostly on rare and esoteric styles of Kung Fu. As a high achiever by nature, I'm confident I've done enough to guarantee my victory.
I'm sure you...
I seem to have gained another fan. Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get...
All these people here are schmucks.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated for their kung fu classes, and another guy who's just really average. Seems like you've got a pretty good chance of winning.
Chinksa Village arm wrestling champion, huh? Alright, you're signed up. Next, please. What's your name?
My name is none your business.
Aren't you? Did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? Why are they
I have to ask. Aren't you the... Oh, it's really him!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder if I can get his... I trust you are aware that, only those without visions can enter the tournament?
I don't have a vision.
Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of...
Yep, he still doesn't have a vision, though. See for yourself.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude.
No worries,
I'm sure
a weird
great
case.
hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. Now, it's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a... So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osile, so that's one. Do you have any others?
I've defeated a Fitu Harbinger.
Yeah, and also a dragon, too. Put down, battle with...
Whoa.
Might as well declare him the champion already.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, right. Your registration, a great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for...
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beto...
There's another prize, too?
Beto must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous as Inazuma?
Because I'm a risk taker.
I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beto in advance, then? Well, nobody expected you to sign up to it. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin.
Hey, so... Paimon's thinking even though you don't have a vision, most people in Teyvat think that you can't manipulate the elements without one. So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities In any case, looking at the competition, it should... Alright, it's showtime!
Just use our physical attacks.
To go. Are you ready? Good. Then...
I'm ready to go. Let's mosey on there. I always love tournaments and fighting.
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. His first bout begins now.
Do I have to use a sword? Can I not use a sword?
You? You're the hero they're talking about? How am I supposed to win now?
Almost perfect. I love how this title's almost perfect. Come on. See what you got. Wow, nice kick. Hey, Kazuzu, Beto, how you guys doing? Oh, wow.
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us.
Beto.
So, what do you think, Kazuha?
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some restraint, as if to protect the opponent from serious harm.
We don't use our vision, or we don't use any elements.
Share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after the show he put on, just so come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there. Can't just.
All right. Let me think how to aptly. You fought well.
All right then. I was thinking a lot of competitors came to me saying and since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. I'm sure lots of them are... Well, since everyone sees you as the one to beat, I figure I should start for one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. So, I'm putting you straight through to the semifinals.
Oh, wow.
But we only just started the qualifiers.
This is how Captain Beto works. You won't. Besides, at your level, you would have made it to the semifinals anyway.
To be fair.
All right, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. There's
semifinals.
We're finally here, folks. The real show is a.
The captain seems to have high hopes. Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. You may well be stronger than him. but this should not give you cause to lower very well.
Alright, that's an...
So who am I fighting?
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but he has quickly become... I do not doubt your abilities, but...
Relax, my guys...
Okay.
Ah, wrong shit.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize.
Oh, wow, he actually got me.
You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for.
Are you Goku or something? You got tired. Oh. Kick him while he's down. Mess him up. Mess him up. Where'd you go?
I'm sweating all over. It's a good feeling. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to train hard.
Right. For a moment there, Paimon was a little... If you had a vision, you definitely...
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if... But mine? I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like you can your own... I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they have was given to them by the gods. I don't envy it.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to...
No, I didn't. I only wanted to... Only
He's pretty much Goku.
Can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them? So I'm pleased with today.
Wow. Now
if you have the
That's a good
chance in
fighter
the
right there.
Please come and spar with me again. I will be stronger next time.
You truly get in fighting games. You truly get stronger by fighting people who are stronger than you.
Finals? Is it gonna be someone even tougher than you?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have heard is that they're... So don't get too...
Quick, I love speed.
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around. See what we can find out about our opponent in the final round.
Uncle Yun.
Ah, it's you! I myself was eliminated in the third round.
Maybe next time, huh?
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. I faltered for but a brief moment. But before I knew it, given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with physically strong opponents. But faced with a nimble, agile opponent, still, I'm sure he'll be no match for...
This is why I love speed. Not to say that speed is superior, but speed is my game.
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, why didn't you dodge? But he was pretty much out cold by that point and couldn't why don't you dodge, they ask. Because to not dodge is the very essence of Lingshan clan kung fu. It's just that he hadn't quite mastered it yet. Don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him get from here to the boat to take him back to the harbor. But by the time I got back, I don't dare tell my master about this. Otherwise, I'd never hear the end. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this. I'm afraid I'm still a bit out of sorts at the moment. So...
Oh, alright then.
Thanks,
We still haven't got any useful information yet.
This guy's a freaking ninja.
You gave an outstanding performance. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind. But you were quick to adapt and managed to claim victory over your... In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground...
It's freaking Zorro.
And the pattern of your breathing. But it is nothing remarkable, for I discerned nothing more than Captain Beidou did.
He's right. I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round.
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily... As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed. What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off...
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. I haven't properly introduced myself yet.
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time, when you talk, you don't really sound like someone who...
It is true that I am...
He's a samurai, that's why.
Literary and martial traditions. But on the straggling path of a wandering samurai, I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess. But I myself have witnessed reputable fighters hailing from across the lands. Given your talents, a few hints from me...
Hang on. Don't you think you're
gathering intelligence is an essential part of any. Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt.
You betcha. Wait a second. We never told.
Does one not leave a trail when traveling? However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. I sense that many things about you elude me still. Come with me. Some
Post-match entertainment is in order. We're gonna have some alone time with Kazuzu. Why so far away though? I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Kazuzu.
Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter. You are skilled in manipulating the elements. And not just...
Paimon knew that you were
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your element, if I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use elemental... When I talk about that which I see, since a young age I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. It is things of this nature that I also hear from within you.
As crazy as all that sounds,
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your to think a human could wield the elements with, and not to mention your incredibly complex scent.
Hey, stop evaluating us based on...
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy and even wield it in combat?
Aw, it's nothing really. It's been a long journey, and honestly, even Paimon doesn't...
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the god. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield... Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. Now then.
You're fighting Kazuzu. I'll use Alhaitham instead.
No, my sword! Dissipate!
Yeah, there's my elemental awesomeness. More.
Rain outlines your fate. Lightning terrified! Body and mind. Let's light it up!
No. I am frozen in time. How'd you like that, Kazuzu?
Your skills in battle are truly beyond reproach. Even your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance. He relies entirely on the element of surprise. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak points, please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the world is a truly mysterious place.
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your own? Why are you so intent on exploring the connection between...
I desire to know what meaning visions have to the god, and what influences the god's decision to grant... My apologies. You must be completely in the dark regarding... For allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. I am willing to answer... So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunt decree. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably. Sometimes in the outset, supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, then does the current electro... Not to mention, with no new electrovisions having been granted for such a long time, it would seem that we can infer something of the...
She sounds less like an archon and more like a tyrant.
Yeah, at first, yeah.
As I know, she is an archon that pursues eternity. Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. But it goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, we will change. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from her. Ah, the time for your...
Oh, right!
If you have...
Alright, I'm gonna finish up the match now. I'm gonna call it a stream, guys.
Together. Very well. Let...
Why isn't he? Never mind. We can start by everyone, listen up! We've reached the climax of the... We've seen many exciting... Now, I'd like to introduce... He strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of his name... Wow! I'm
Hello.
sure everyone witnessed his thrilling match, but today's final round... As for our other combatant... come on. Apologies! Everyone just sit tight. They've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up...
Wait a moment. Captain Beidou, perhaps we should check Traveler.
He stole it. It's been stolen.
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Huh? Did somebody...
We don't know when it was taken. I never thought...
No need to worry. Even the craftiest slight... The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my response...
Well, if you I'll stay here and try it off.
If you would, please come with me. Come with me. I can see...
The winds. I think I did this quest like a long time ago in Late Nitro, and I were first just starting the main account.
A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
It's a 522.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the price in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see shortly.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Out of my way. Our bond is strong.
Okay.
Can't run from death.
Let's continue with our journey.
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
It sounds like
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
I made it.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Here, get them.
Orders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
Stand back? Okay.
Picked the wrong test subject.
It's the treasure hoarders.
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and still you caught up to me.
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about? Oh, I get it. Your vision. Drat! If I only had a vision. Or if I could activate this one.
It floats.
Then you'd never be able.
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but it seems additionally your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And on top of that, I could hear your boasting and proud laughter in the wind. In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria for a grand heist. But most disappointing of all is the state of the vision in your hand. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire indiscriminately.
Fine, fine. I admit it. I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest...
Aha! So you were supposed to be our opponent!
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. After watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up on the vision since there was no use in trying to face you in the match. I decided to put my skills to good use while everyone's attention was on you. I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow you still managed to... After all I went through to get it? I think not. I know an empty threat when I hear one. Fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't activate once I took it anyway. It's nothing but a use...
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for steal...
Huh? You're not...
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match. It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your forehead.
Whoa, whoa! We don't need to go...
I never would have guessed you could... If this is where talking gets me, then forget it!
I'll risk a fight.
Here you are.
I could beat you with just Alhaitham alone. Now you're frozen. And now I'm frozen. We're frozen. So, how you doing?
Just a temporary setback.
No, no. Do what you want, but please, don't...
He has persevered to the bitter end, and now death looms near. Put down the vision and leave.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking? It's up to you.
No need for that.
He wanted to see if the visual activate in like the most dire circumstances.
I take no pleasure in frightening others. When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength, but unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes. I wanted to know from the moment he stole the vision. I've tried many other methods in the past, though few tales tell of a masterless. After seeing you command multiple element, come, why don't you give it a try? Let's see if you can get...
The vision didn't...
I see. No matter. This was expected. I suppose this vision is still...
Yeah, what's
the story?
It belonged to his
old friend.
best friend. The story was always sad.
He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his
He was an
last
electro
moments,
user.
what expression was on his face? I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god.
This always just made Kazuo so much cooler.
That all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies along the way, while still...
Kazuha!
It's just another way of saying I do as I please. All right then, it's time we returned. Allow me to gather the wind.
Thank you, Kazuo, for transporting us back.
If you're looking for the captain, it seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time, and as Captain Beidou was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she...
It's not a...
But still, Captain Beidou was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the...
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent in the final... He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus in which case, the Crux clash...
Huh? So that's what... If that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified.
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but
not like this. I've won a tournament by default before, and it doesn't feel good.
Now, let me go prepare the champion's medal to award you.
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain Beidou is no longer present here, I'll be sure she receives word of it. But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun's...
Hold on a second. You're saying...
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone spears, then it should come as no great surprise that the Raiden Shogun... Suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own. I will try...
Paimon believes you'll find...
Thank you. May but one final word of warning. The part of your journey that lies after the storm.
Alright, at least that's done. Just collect them primos, collect the intertwine, and I'll call it a stream, guys. Because I have other things to do before I have to get ready for work. Such as the unfortunate consequence of adulting. Oh, cool. I got a constellation. Oh wait, am I win Animo again? I mean, am I Animo again? Yeah, might as well just stay Animo then. What is this one? Perilous Trail. I have to complete all those first. I see. The Chasm. And I'll eventually do a TCG as well. So much stuff I have to do. But all of these are just free primogens for me to take to prepare for C6 Alhaitham. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed. Thanks to all the members of the Nitro Ninjas. Here's your Grandmaster, Nick Nitro.